Welcome to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast.
It's not working out well. Mine are twist tops. That's probably why I didn't realize twist tops made it where you can't.
I should have just twisted it. If I'd have known it was a twist top,
I figured it made a better sound when you open it with the bottle opener.
It probably would if I knew what I was doing.
Well, welcome in to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That was me.
We were drinking bottled beer this evening, and we were trying to get the sound in. His was so much better because he's drinking Corona, and then I'm drinking Michelob Ultra Lime Cactus. I don't want to hear it. I'm fat. I'm just trying to drink beer and not also gain 112 pounds.
And also not trying to drink beer.
Anyway, apparently the twist tops don't open as well with a bottle opener, or he didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Like I said, I'm not saying I'm by any means talented enough to open up a twist top with a bottle opener. There's some talent there that I may be lacking.
Well, you can find us at avgffpod.com. I'll post a video there later on how to properly open a bottle twist top with a bottle opener. We'll practice a little bit, try to figure that out. Anyway, go check us out. What? Oh, it works now? The pen that I couldn't get to work now works.
I mean,
there it goes.
Good.
Now it quit
like,
working.
It's like a little bit's leaking down there just to work a little bit.
One of those days.
It's like, we got this, we got him.
All right, let's handle some news. All right, basically Thursday. Oh, apologize for not doing the show yesterday. I was a bitch and was super tired and had to get up super early this morning. But either way, we're here today. But really the news on Thursdays and Fridays is just about who's practicing and who isn't, who's in and who's out. So we'll hit that on real quick. Who we know for sure is out as of right now: Brian Thomas Jr., Rashad Bateman, Trey Benson, Isaiah Pacheco, Drake London, Bucky Irvin. Who's still questionable: Chris Godwin, Kenneth Walker, Brenton Strange, who's still on the IR. He's practicing, but he's still limited and he's still listed as IR. So, but I did want to put him on there. And I might as well go ahead and say Burrow as well, because he's still technically IR, but he's been practicing full. He was limited a bit today, but all the Vegas props and everything and the lines and everything that are coming out of Vegas are as if Burrow's starting this week. So that's, not for nothing there. Dontavian Wicks is questionable. Ramondre Stevenson questionable. Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, and Aaron Rodgers. And then ready to go, ready to play, Emeka Egbuka, Jalen Warren. I should write people's last names or first names. Bayshaw Tootin. I got a Jackson on here. Lamar Jackson. That's the Jackson. All right. I was like, who's a popular Jackson that I would think I could just write Jackson and remember?
And little did you know,
I was like,
little.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, Lamar Jackson, Bayshaw Tootin, Travis Etienne, Isaiah Likely, Bam Knight, Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Mike Gesicki, Darius Slayton. I was so happy about Jalen Warren being good to go. I put him on here twice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
probably because I brought him up.
You did.
I
didn't realize I had him already written on there. And Njoku and Daniel Jones, which Daniel Jones showed up late yesterday, I think, or Wednesday with a calf injury. We got a little scary. We didn't know the severity of that. It's always worrisome when I think it was yesterday, when they show up on a Thursday on the injury report and they hadn't been there all week.
Especially after coming off a bye, too.
Yeah, exactly. And then the real question right now that everybody's wondering is Flacco or Burrow. And like I said, so, Vegas, if you listen to Vegas, Vegas says Burrow. So all I can tell you, if you've got Flacco, I hope you got Burrow. I had to make a decision last night, and it actually worked out for me. The only options I had was Davis Mills or Flacco, and I couldn't wait and see. So I went ahead and just threw Davis Mills out there. He was okay. Which means if Flacco plays, he's going to put up 37 this week, but which would be fine because I probably will play him in other places. But So we'll obviously know more in the next day or so. But any other news or things that I've failed to mention? I'm sure there are, but from your perspective,
no, not that I can. Like, I'm sure there's still people that, like I said, these questionables got me on edge, man, because it's...
Yeah, there's still other questionables and stuff. These are just the big names I wanted to hit on as we went through. There's still, if you're in deep dynasty leagues, there's still a fuck ton of quote, lesser guys that are still up in the air.
And I feel sorry for everybody out there who had any Bills player that wasn't James Cook.
Yes.
Like, literally any one of them.
Well, we can go ahead. We can hit on that real quick. We should, because usually we do the show before Thursday night game, so we can go ahead and hit a quote Thursday night review. So let's get in on that. That's what happens when you drink from a bottle. You get fart noises.
Quick recap. Houston's defense is still shutting the game down.
God almighty,
and the Bills' offense sucks because they don't have anybody that can catch the ball or get open or something.
Or protect the quarterback, or a quarterback that can get rid of the ball in a short period of time, or an offensive coordinator who can look at a game plan and say, hey, they're only rushing 4 and getting to our quarterback, which means that they're dominating us. Let's call different plays. Let's run some draws. Let's run some screens. Let's run some quick hitters. Let's try to soften them up. Nah, let's keep going downfield playing hero ball and making him hold the ball for 4 fucking seconds.
And 2 of the 4 are getting to the quarterback. It's not like just one of them's getting through it.
Right.
It's so crazy.
And I will admit, when you can get pressure with like that with 4, that means it's like you have extra players out there because you don't have to blitz, and so you can drop people in these zones, and which they were using a spy too. If you saw anytime Josh Allen tried to move, there was a linebacker who was right in his grill piece. So
8 sacks they got on Josh Allen.
Which is half as many as your mom had last night.
That's I don't know. It was Thursday night, and she's pretty busy then, so.
I feel guilty every time I make a mom because his mom is a very nice lady.
She's nice. She's good with sex.
Does not deserve any of my terrible jokes. But 8 sacks, which you would not think would be something that Josh Allen would suffer. He was so pissed off and frustrated.
And I think it was getting to his head just in general.
Absolutely.
He couldn't get anything done, and it just
and they still had a chance to drive down and take the lead at the end. So it's like I don't know what it felt to me like Buffalo was pressing the whole game. They're like, we should be, it's like they have a mindset they should be up by 30.
They should already they should be so much better than these people.
Right. Slow down. Quit trying to. Every pass doesn't have to be 15 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Every pass play, and utilize your running back. I mean, James Cook was pretty decent in the first half. He broke that long run. I mean, they would shut him down a couple runs, but then he'd break one for 8 or 9 yards. But it's like
or 45.
But it's like they said, "Fuck it, we're not running the ball anymore." They played like they were down by 2 scores the whole game.
Yeah, it was just stupid. It was dumb ball to watch. I mean,
it was
the game finished 23-19 or something, which is way closer than it actually was.
Felt like,
because I mean, Ray Davis got that punt return or the kickoff return for a touchdown, which that's 7 points the Bills should have had.
Right.
I mean, realistically, so you take that away, all of a sudden it's 12-23. The game sounds like ass. You know what I mean?
But they were playing like they never got that kickoff return touchdown.
Yeah.
They were like, to them it never happened. They still think they lost by 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And they were pressing the whole game, and it's like even at the end he had 2 minutes, and they were like trying to take. They took a couple short things, got a first down, and then they were trying to do these big chunk plays. He ended up getting sacked. It was like 4th and 28. They ended up getting that on an awesome freaking hook and ladder.
That was a pretty sweet play.
It was like very rarely have I seen a hook and ladder operate that smooth, but
like 43 yards I think they got on that one play. That was pretty awesome.
And Tennessee, they played a soft defense on that because they were like, we'll just guard the sticks.
Texas.
Tennessee, like if Tennessee beat them like that'd be way worse.
I might quit watching football.
But they were playing a soft defense, which they were kind of playing the sticks, and then they ran that hook and ladder. But so we're like, okay, we got some juice now, and then it's like, nah.
It's pretty sweet. That was 4th and 27, I think it was. That play
27, 28. But and then the freaking Josh, he got tackled that one time, and I thought he was done for the season. He's kicking his legs, and you're like, oh my god, was this? And then all of a sudden, he's up like normal.
Yeah, like nothing's
what kind of fucking superior healing ability or drugs did he get while he was laying on the ground?
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I showed you that stat earlier that they haven't won a game in Texas. Not like the state of Texas, because I don't know about Dallas, but I haven't won a game against the Texans in Texas.
Yeah.
Since like 2006.
Yeah, it was a long,
it's
long
like
time ago.
every other time since 2006 they've been clapped. So apparently this is going down there, and it's really been like that for them this season. They play great at home and they play like asshole on the road.
Yeah, I mean that's all four of their losses I think are on the road.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and so it's gonna be interesting to see if they can right the ship, figure out what it is. You know, there's a disconnect I think right now between the play calling and Josh Allen, and they don't have really the talent. To me, they don't have the right wide receiver talent for the play calling, and I think we're also realizing how big of a important piece Kincaid is to this offense.
Yeah,
you know, they don't have anybody that's doing what Kincaid was doing for them, and you know, Khalil Shakir, he had a decent game.
Well, they were trying to utilize.
He had 8 catches for 101 yards.
Yeah,
like on 10 targets. So he had a good game, but he's not an explosive receiver.
It's not.
He's like Team U Amon-Ra St. Brown, which, you know, he doesn't have any real explosiveness.
Yeah,
they have no explosiveness of receiver, and they're trying to play like they got it. You know.
Yeah. It was ugly. I mean, it was a lot of it was beautiful if you love defensive games, and what the Texans did to the Bills.
Oh, if you're a
was
Texans,
phenomenal, man. That was Will Anderson and
that guy is a fucking animal.
And the other one on the other side,
it starts with H.
I know his name too.
We were just talking about him earlier today, and you knew his name right off the fucking cuff.
I did,
bro.
Because like he used to play for Minnesota.
Yeah,
and he was
I
a
know.
monster at Minnesota too.
I'm almost certain it starts with H.
Can you think of what it is?
No, my brain is stuck on the word
Danielle Hunter.
I was thinking Hunter.
It's Hunter.
I was thinking Hunter.
It's Danielle Hunter. Yeah.
I was right.
Yes.
I kept thinking it's not Hunter. I was telling myself it's not Hunter.
These two guys, they're a match made, man. They were. I mean, it was insane. And then they had another linebacker that was with them that got one of the other sacks. That was just. He was a big dude, but he was so quick, man. Like watching him.
You talking about Shazier?
No,
it was Shahir or whatever.
I don't remember his name. Like I remember, but he was just a big boy. But watching him, how quick he was getting around, pushing these people, it was.
Yeah, Will Anderson, that dude is the real deal.
Yeah, and he's like 72 feet tall and 1,200 pounds or something. I don't know.
He played like that, but he's not.
He's enormous.
I don't think he's 260 on a good day.
Yeah, 6'4", 240, but still, he looked enormous.
Yeah, he played like he was fucking God out there.
Yeah,
so.
Daniil is 6'5", 260. So
yeah, that dude. Daniil is a typical defensive end size. You know, Anderson is a typical, you know, like middle linebacker size that plays defensive end.
Yeah.
But he's like a Micah Parsons type, you know.
He's just crazy out there, man. It was a great defensive game.
Yes.
It was if you're not a Bills fan, it was a cool game to watch.
Yeah, and if you're a Texans fan, it was a great game.
It was an amazing game to watch. Exactly.
All right, well, let's move out of that into our smashes of the week. Let's see what's nope,
that's probably accurate if we're anything like last week. That's probably super accurate.
All right, I want to kick it off with my quarterback smash of the week. It is Jacoby Brissett versus the Jags. The Jags have given up a QB1 performance in their last, I think, 8 games. They gave up over 31 points to I can't remember who the quarterback was last week. So Jacoby Brissett has been on a heater. He's been a QB1 every week that he has started for Arizona, and I don't see him stopping anytime soon against Jacksonville. So I think you can feel pretty good about playing Brissett this week against the Jaguars. Who do you got?
I am finally smashing Jared Goff this week against the New York Giants. Yes.
Yeah, because you've had a lifelong beef with Goff.
Yeah, I don't. It's like my beef was never technically with Goff.
It was against the Goff hype.
It was the hype around Goff. Like he's proven it realistically in history. It's like if you give this guy everything he needs, he's a great quarterback. Right. But if you put him in a situation without any
Ryan Fitzpatrick or Goff right now today.
Ooh. Like, wait, what team? Like,
you talking about? It's your team.
I'm putting the team together.
Yes,
I get to make all the.
The first choice.
I got to have Ryan Fitzpatrick. There's very few quarterbacks I'm going to go with over Ryan Fitzpatrick, just for the fact that I feel like the life he brings and the talent. It doesn't matter if the defense is going to get involved and catch a few balls too. That's okay. We can handle that. But
you just want to hang out with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I think that's what it is.
Why don't you hire him as your like buddy to hang out with, and then
he'll be my
Goff.
quarterback coach.
Yes,
and he'll coach Goff.
There you go.
And then Goff can throw some interceptions, and kind of
he'll do every once in a while.
Yeah, it works out. But I think this is going to be a good matchup. It's against.
It should be. It's in a dome, which Goff loves.
It's against the Giants, and
he's at home, right?
They're starting Winston. I think so. Yeah, and they're starting Winston because they ruled out Jackson Dart with the concussion and all.
Yeah, I should have had him on the list. So that's what I missed.
I feel like this will be Winston's second start, getting kind of things figured out. Like last week wasn't great.
Yeah, well, how he can get
he only got one interception last week, so this week he'll get 3, but he'll get 3 touchdowns on top of it. So I think there's going to still be the pressure of the game, and having to throw the ball, and there's still the competitiveness. I feel, against a soft Giants defense. So
anybody, I have to a little behind the scenes.
Yeah,
we're in we're in Baker's like a storage room. We've converted to a studio-esque space. And the light is on a thing.
It's on a motion sensor. Yeah, timer, motion sensor timer.
And if we are somehow still enough while we're doing this podcast, it'll go dark. And then me and him will both start waving our arms while
I'm
we're
leaning away from the mic, trying to wave my hand.
And just sitting here trying to talk while we're waving our arms like freaking idiots. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So if we had an actual like video podcast, you would see us just throwing our arms back while we're trying
dark, and then when you see us waving frantically and trying to get the motion sensor to recognize.
There would be hilarity during those podcasts, man.
Oh god, but yeah, I like Goff this week. I think Goff's actually somebody you could throw in for the next few weeks. He loves playing at home. He loves playing in a dome, and I'm pretty sure he's on like a 4-dome run right now.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, who's your running back smash?
Running back smash this week is probably going to be hated on by some people, but I'm smashing on Alvin Kamara this week. He's had a down year, but I think the change in quarterback last week they played, not last week they were on a bye, but the week before.
Right.
The change in quarterback kind of reinvigorated a little bit of the offense. Like, he's not an amazing quarterback, but Alvin Kamara was used a lot more in the passing game, which he hadn't been used a lot of in this season, really.
Oh, yeah.
He was utilized a lot more. He had the most scrimmage yards in that game he's had all season in a single game. And they're playing against the Falcons, who
they're like 28th against the run.
They're pretty soft against the run. So I think Alvin Kamara can come out here and have a really good week. And by smashing, it's like, I don't want to go with these big guys that got easy matchups, but I think this is going to be a good matchup for him. And everybody's going to be like, oh, I'm finally glad that I've rode the Kamara this long this season. Now we're getting close to playoffs. He's giving me some bigger weeks. I think it's going to be
the only thing I don't know. You when we were doing our talking before and you said it, I was kind of a negative. I don't hate it. I do think it's a good matchup. I do think Kamara still has juice in the tank. I worry about him being questionable, and I just worry about it being a divisional game. And I've had Kamara this year, so it's like the thought of
the upset.
Like I think he's on my bench now, and the thought of playing Kamara is just like I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
which means he'll probably go off on my bench.
It's one of those. It's semi gut, but it's a good matchup, and he's been questionable realistically all season. Like and then he gets out there and plays like he's not questionable. Like he doesn't look slow and injured. It's just their offense is buns, and it's been a tough. But like I said,
in our home league, I'm having to play his quarterback this week. So
that's
that's
tough.
The worst.
Yeah, that's
Mariota's on a bye, and I got Daniels on on my IR.
Oh yeah, so that's
and Tyler Shuck was. I feel Stu. I feel bad. I have to admit, I'm a bad fan. I could have had Shuck, or I could have had Bryce. And I went Shuck. Bryce has the quote better matchup, but he's on the road, which Bryce has sucked on the road.
Yeah.
And I went and looked, since Tyler Shuck has been in here, the worst game he's put up is like a 12 or 13 point game.
Yeah.
And so it's like Bryce can give me like a 5-point game. He's done that multiple times this season. And I'm just like, I love what he did against Atlanta last week. And don't get me wrong, in some places I'm having to play Bryce, but in our home league where like that's the league we all want to win the most, I had to the waiver wire was very I didn't prepare well. The waiver wire was very slim, and I went with Shuck over Bryce Young, and I'm probably going to pay for that as a fan. The San Francisco is going to probably put up 60 on the Panthers, and Bryce is going to put up 60 in fantasy.
Yeah, maybe.
Plus, Terrell went and picked up Bryce, but I'm playing you, so
yeah.
So you'll be happy that Shuck's going to have a bad week.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Shuck will do okay. He's probably going to get you the 12 or 13.
His last 2 weeks, he's put up over 20 points. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be a couple. I'm not like super worried that he's not going to do great, but
yeah,
I think if it does, it's going to come on the back of Kamara, which I have him multiple leagues too.
That's a visual I wasn't expecting to have today.
Oh yeah. Now I have it. Thanks.
You're the one that said it.
I know, but I wasn't envisioning it.
All right, my running back smash is going to be Quinshon Judkins at the Raiders. The Raiders, I think, are a soft run defense. Judkins had a bad week last week against a tough rush defense, and I think he's going to get back on track with the Raiders. I actually believe that Shedeur is going to be the better quarterback for that team. Do I think Shedeur is a starter in the NFL? The jury is way out on that, but I also don't think Dylan Gabriel's a starter in the NFL.
Yeah, no.
I think Shedeur is a better game managing type quarterback, and I think that he's going to allow they're not going to be able to just stack the box is basically what I'm getting at against this Raiders defense. So we'll see. I may be wrong. Shedeur may go out and throw 8 picks and they stack the box and Judkins gets fucking negative 8 yards and it's whatever. But against the Raiders, we all know that Geno's going to throw 4 or 5 picks against that Cleveland after he gets sacked 19 times.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty. Boy, he's got Brock Bowers back, so I mean he'll probably only throw like 3 picks.
He'll still get sacked 19 times.
Oh yeah, he'll still get sacked.
Myles Garrett's going to he's going to break the career sack record this week.
That's why I picked him up in our home league.
Against me.
I know.
I saw that.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not happy to be facing that, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I think that with that, combined with, I think Shedeur is going to do a better job now that he's had a week to prep as the starter.
Yeah.
Manage that offense better. Plus, they're playing a weak opponent who's probably going to be in a they'll be in a positive game script late in that game. And I think Judkins is going to be able to run the ball.
Hell yeah.
And then I went deeper on my wide receiver. And I went with Andre Iosivas. Iosivas with the Bengals versus New England with I guess we should have put that in the news, but with Jamar Chase spitting his way to a 1 week suspension, even regardless of who's back, whether it's Burrow or Joe, I think Iosivas will have a good week against New England. New England's defense is fairly tough, but I think the Bengals offense is good enough. T. Higgins on one side, they're going to have to respect him. He's going to be the dude, and it's going to open up for Iosivas, who's going to be the number 2 receiver this week. I think he's going to get at least 10 targets and with the potential to get 8 catches, maybe 70, 80 yards, and probably a touchdown. So
this could be a very good week for him.
Yeah. If you're ever going to play him and be confident, this is the week to do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, who you got at wide receiver?
I'm finally smashing him this year.
Oh my God, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's DK.
Yeah, not with Tennessee.
No, not Shamir DK.
No,
but DK Metcalf.
The DK,
the one and only actual DK.
Yeah,
not DK, but DK.
Yeah,
but yeah, DK Metcalf this week, and honestly, I feel like it'll be more beneficial if Rodgers doesn't play. Because I think they're going to rely on the talent. They're going to throw it. They're going to probably force DK Metcalf 15 passes, where Aaron Rodgers thinks he understands everything that's going on.
Well, he has a noodle fucking arm. And it's like, if DK's not running 5-yard slants, he's not going to get the fucking ball.
Exactly. So
there's a reason he's throwing the tight ends.
All these tight ends eat every game. So I'm hoping Rodgers doesn't play. But even if he does, this is a soft game. I mean, they're playing against the Bears, and who can score points and just let the other team score points. So, I mean, this could be a Rodgers get right week where he puts up 400 yards with a broken wrist so that he can say he did it. Or if they start, Kenny Pickett is his backup, I think. Is it Pickett?
It's Rudolph.
Oh, Mason Rudolph, yeah. And if Mason Rudolph goes out there, he's just going to throw nothing but to DK and a couple of the,
to the Bears.
There. So, the Bears, they're going to get 3 or 4.
Yes.
But I just think it's going to be finally a good week.
I guess I could have twisted. That wasn't bad.
I had that.
A little bit.
I heard it. And it was way better than what I did with this bottle opener over here. And then finish it out. My tight end this week, other side of the team, other side of the ball, Colston Loveland for the Bears. The Bears.
Bears.
Like Cole Kmet, he got 5 for 5 last week. Colston Loveland was 4 for 4. They're both like this good tight end, but I think this week Colston's going to end up with a touchdown. It's against the Steelers. They're soft as shit against soft as baby shit against tight ends and stuff. So
is that the saying, or is it smooth as baby shit? Oh, that's not how it goes.
Yeah, I wouldn't refer to anything smooth as baby shit. It's smooth as the baby's bottom. But soft as baby shit.
We're getting some dangerous territory now.
But yeah, no, I think Colston Loveland goes out there and has a bang up game. I think I had him in a smash a few weeks back, and it was like a breakout, surprisingly
weirdo decided that was. Never mind. Let's just move on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not here to debate it. I'm just telling you what I heard.
No, you're right. That's the saying. I'm just like, what weirdo was like, this is the one to go with.
This is
like Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland's my tight end smash of the week this week. So
I like it. I got Hunter Henry at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is on pace to break all records on the amount of fantasy points they give up to tight ends.
That makes sense.
So it's always a good bet if you have any sort of pass catching tight end that gets any sort of opportunity to play them against Cincinnati. So get your Hunter Henrys in your lineup and thank me later.
Yes, do it.
All right, we're gonna roll out of that to buses, ballers. Listen, don't tell me to shut up. It's cool for me to speak at the very beginning when I'm leading into it. I didn't talk over the music. Don't give me the shush signal. All right, buses, ballers. Drake May versus Cincinnati. This one's just too easy, is what he says. Agreed. You can stack them with Hunter Henry. Yeah. Travis Etienne versus Arizona, or possibly Tootin, depending on which back is healthy. One of these guys will have a huge week. There's a possibility both of them have a good week.
They could, yeah.
Devonta Smith versus Dallas. Don't worry about the impotent Raiders offense doing nothing against Dallas defense. This should be a get-right game for the Eagles. So basically saying, don't look at what last week and think Dallas is good now. It's the Raiders were garbage. Yeah. And this should be a get-right game for the Eagles offense. I like it. And then he said Noah Fant versus New England. This should be a huge offensive game, possibly a shootout. New England's softest spot on defense is against tight end, which is true. That's just why Noah Fant was my streamer of the week. But I should add, we've mentioned that Gesicki look like he's going to be back. So depending on how that goes, I don't know. I like Noah Fant a lot. I think he's a better receiving tight end than Gesicki, but it's a little dicey. So
he's definitely a better blocking tight end than Gesicki.
I'm a better blocking tight end than Gesicki is. And then he said, bonus, regardless of how much these two guys on the show hate this player.
Which one is it? Jameis Winston?
This could actually be a great week to play Kenneth Walker.
Oh yeah, no.
And I'll be honest with you, Bus, I almost picked Kenneth Walker as a smash.
He's questionable. He's not going to play.
That's what kept me from picking him, was the fact that he's questionable.
And I'm hoping. Look, this is going to help me. Look, I don't want nobody injured, but I hope he just misses a week so that Charbonnet gets all the touches. Because
like rest up, because I have no Kenneth Walker.
Me neither.
But I've got a little bit of Charbonnet.
Where did I have Charbonnet? It would be phenomenal.
Is it against me?
No.
Okay.
It's the world.
Oh yeah.
If I can have all Charbonnet all game,
look, I'm with you. I need you to win that. I want you to advance with
that me. Could be my golden egg.
Yeah, because that could be your golden ticket. And you can dance around like Grandpa Joe's bitch ass.
You know I will.
You know what? Fuck Grandpa Joe, dude. That dude was lame forever, and all of a sudden, we got a golden ticket. I got to dance the fucking fandango.
That's man. When it's in the script,
don't get me started on Grandpa Joe.
When it's in the script, you can do anything you want to, man.
All right. So there it is. There's buses, ballers. Now it's time for Daniel's Don'ts.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
All right. Don't play any Titans running backs versus Seattle.
Wait, Titans have running backs?
Yeah, Tony Pollard or Tajay Spears.
Tajay Spears.
I'm telling you.
Against Seattle?
Yeah. Seattle is like 10th against running backs in fantasy, but here's the thing. That's when they play good running backs. They're 10th. When they're going to play the Titans running backs, they're going to be like the second best for this week. There's no good running back on Titans. There's no good offensive player on the Titans. There's nothing good on this earth with the Titans right now. Avoid them like the plague. But I get it. There's people who late drafted Tony Pollard late. They were holding on to Tajay Spears all season on the IR. They've been waiting to get these people in their lineups. And it's like, I promise you, you're going to be better off playing Tyler Algier. You'll be better off playing some of these back. I'd play Bayshaw Tootin. I would absolutely, if you can get Sean Tucker into a lineup over either one of these guys, for the love of God, do it. Any of these deeper, I can't imagine you're throwing Pollard or Spears into your main running back. If you're that, then you're already toast for the season.
I don't want to hear about it.
So but if you're playing them in a flex, I mean, there's
he's in my
Yoshi Voss, there's Michael Wilson. There's so.
Oh no, he is my main running back in you against you and Hooligans. So.
Oh my God,
Tajay Spears.
Well, that's good news to hear after the bad news I heard earlier about the I can't remember who you had that I was
Myles Garrett. Yeah.
Myles Garrett, yeah. So that's better news. That'll balance it out. So yeah, don't play any Titans running backs versus Seattle. Don't play any Bucks wide receivers not named Igbuka against the Rams.
So just Tez Johnson then.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I'm just saying that's the only other one.
Well, there's still a chance Chris Johnson plays. I wouldn't play him coming off the injury, first week off the injury. Tez Johnson out there. If Tez plays, I will say this.
And Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, he doesn't exist anymore.
Said Sharp, but yeah.
But if Tez plays, if he doesn't get you a touchdown, you're going to have a bad week. I'm just telling you. Look, I'll give the caveat of an upside play. If you're desperate and you just whatever, maybe he gets you a touchdown. But if he doesn't get you a touchdown, it's going to be a shit week. So I would not even touch a Bucks wide receiver not named Igbuka if I can help it. And then last but not least, don't play any Jets except Brees, and then you're not going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
And if you're super desperate at tight end, maybe Mason Taylor. But outside of that, I'm not playing any Jets whatsoever that aren't named Brees and maybe Taylor. So there it is. There's my don'ts for the week. The Titans running backs, the Bucks wide receivers not named Igbuka, and all Jets not named Brees or Mason Taylor.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's what I say every time I look at Tony Pollard in one of my dynasty teams.
I have him in one league.
Be power bottoms.
What's a power
But he's a power bottom, essentially.
Is a bottom that is capable of receiving an enormous amount of power. Actually, Mac, you got it backwards. You see, a power bottom is actually generating all the power by doing most of the work.
Does the power have to do with the size or the strength of the bottom?
Now, Dennis, I've heard that speed has something to do with it. Speed has everything to do with it. You see, the speed of the bottom informs the top how much pressure he's supposed to apply. Speed's the name of the game. Right, buddy?
Right, buddy?
Yeah. Well, speaking of speed being the name of the game, and we talked about him earlier. Well, we didn't talk about him. We talked about his team earlier. They got a pretty good matchup, and this is hinging on the injury that Alvin Kamara could not have, or even still not. Devin Neal has been increasingly getting a little more work and getting worked in. And as a Baker's Bottoms, I'm looking at these percentages. We're getting late in the season. Between injuries and buys and everybody holding cuffs, and it's a desperate despair of a wasteland out there. So Devin Neal versus Atlanta this week, owned in 4% of leagues. If you have Kamara, if you're desperate,
that's a really good fucking play. There's to cut in on you like I usually do. So first of all, Devin Neal was one of the backs coming out on this draft that we had a lot of hope in. Whatever for, he was very productive in college. Go look at his college production. So he's got that production profile. He's a great pass catching back. The other thing is they're coming out of a bye, so it was. Kendre Miller was the backup. He got hurt. He's on IR. And so Devin Neal, they're playing for the future. So that's something we have to consider, number one. Number two, Devin Neal they got to find out if he's part of that future. They got to find out if Shuck is part of this future.
Yep.
And I'm not saying Devin Neal's going to come out there and outplay Kamara or be the starter if Kamara's healthy. I will say that you could probably get some valuable fucking minutes out of Neal. I didn't even think of Devin Neal. This is blowing my mind that I'm this far off the reservation without remembering that Neal is now the backup there, and they're coming out of a bye, which is when most time you get rookies. You start really inserting them into your offense.
Especially when they're so far behind this season that it doesn't really typically, it doesn't matter what's going on.
Soft run defense.
And
I love
divisional matchup.
Dude.
So, I mean, I'm like, he's been getting a little bit of play, playing 30-40% of the snaps. He's getting 4 or 5 carries a week, 2-3 targets. It's like, this can easily come out to where he gets 5 targets instead of 3, and he gets 6, 7, 8 carries instead of 3, and all of a sudden he's put up 10, 12 points instead of 3, 4, 5 points.
Oh yeah. He could easily walk out of there with a touchdown. Just to give you a reference of what I'm talking about, his last every year in college, 707 rushing yards, 1,090 rushing yards, 1,280 rushing yards, 1,266 rushing yards. He's averaged almost 6 yards a carry for his career. He had 183 yards receiving his sophomore year, 217, 254, which is decent in college. He played for Kansas, so you never really heard about him. But dude was super. He was like basically their offense almost all 4 years. He played as a true freshman, productive all 4 years.
And 5'11", 215. He's a decent sized back. I mean, so it's not like he's just this little bitty guy that they throw out there, So I don't know. Like I said, it's a good. I think it's going to be a good play this week, especially for Baker's Bottom. And this is just a little extra bonus. Everybody's looking at Kuffs right now. I don't know why nobody's at least shooting this shot.
I was about to say,
you getting into playoff form
next
right
week,
now.
There's a chance next week Devin Neal's a top waiver wire grab.
That's what I'm saying.
If you can get him now,
if you can get him right now off your waivers
before the everybody realizes this dude exists this dude has juice.
Yeah, you could be looking at potential game winning, especially if Kamara does, God forbid, have an injury or they start just moving away from him because he is getting aged and they're
this
trying to.
This might be my favorite Baker's Bottom you've ever had.
All right, well, let's ruin it because now with wide receiver Van Jefferson for the Titans.
This is my second favorite
versus Seattle.
I like this. If there's ever been a Van Jefferson season, it's now.
It's right this second. Right now, his increased play for offense that is dwindling, to say the least. And I mean, he's playing over 80% of the snaps every week. He's gotten 7, 8, 4, 4 targets the last 4 weeks. After the bye, he got 7 targets. 3 of them, he caught 3 of them for 22 yards and a touchdown. I mean, he put up 11 points against Houston, a team we just saw annihilate the Bills.
Right.
So now they're playing Seattle, which Seattle's defense is really tough too, but I think that Van Jefferson's sneaky. Like nobody's like looking at him being a guy when they got DK and they got Ayumana and they got these other targets out there. Plus their tight ends. I think Van Jefferson's a sneaky kind of guy that's just he could go out there. He can get 7 targets this game, 5 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown. You're like, holy shit! Why? How did I not see this coming? Or why did it just happen? But we've been saying it for years. Everybody has to hold Van Jefferson until they can't hold him anymore. And now's the time to pick him back up again.
Or trade him to me or Matt.
Yeah, we'll take him. And then we'll just trade him back and forth to each other. But
and every deal we make.
But he's owning
every deal we make.
He's owning 0% of leagues. And this guy is another one that I'm like looking at as we get later into this, playoff run, or you can. These are people that could potentially put you up points on these bye weeks and stuff like this at the end of this. So
you're not going to believe this. Devin Neal's available
in almost every league you're in.
In a dynasty I'm in.
What?
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. Is it? Am I in there too?
Nope.
That's probably what it is.
Yes, you are. I can't lie to you.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, it's Power and Force.
Oh, well, that one. I don't have a lot that I can. I don't think I have a lot that I can give up in that league to grab him. But that would be a good ad, though. Definitely go grab him. Hurry.
I'm dropping Stetson Bennett because my prediction didn't come true.
That's the best news I've heard all day. Look, if Baker's Bottoms didn't do anything except push Stetson Bennett off of another person's roster, then that's all I can ask for.
I can't believe he was available in a dynasty. So.
That's all I can ask for is that he got pushed off of somebody's off of their roster.
Hey, I had my hot take from the season. I had to wait till at least after week 10 before I could start dropping Stetson Bennett everywhere.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I see it's definitely. I wish I'd have grabbed Devin Neal and played him over whoever I played in Sleepers Keepers. But either way, and then last but not least, tight end owned in 0% of leagues. Colby Parkinson for the Rams.
You got to shake that lineup up, son.
It's shake it up. Oh, I get it. But this guy has averaged a touchdown in the last 2 weeks that he's played, and has also had 3 catches in 4 weeks this season, which is weird for the Rams. You know,
and Higbee just went on the IR, so I don't know if you said that.
I haven't, but I mean, it's like this team is so vast. If it's not Puka and Devontae Adams, then everybody else gets 1 or 2 catches. You know what I mean? There's nobody else that like gets 7 targets.
But maybe now, because Higbee would get a couple and Parkinson would get a couple,
and now
those could go to him. So.
And they're playing Tampa Bay. This is going to be, in my opinion, my expert opinion, this is going to be a shootout. It's going to be a 25-32, and the Rams are going to win. But it's going to be the touchdowns, and Colby Parkinson's gotten, like I said, last 2 weeks he's ended up with 1. He could easily get 1 this week. I hope that Devontae Adams gets a couple, and he gets a couple. So, but either way, I think Colby Parkinson owning 0% of leagues is a good play. You can go pick him up and play him in a pinch on tight ends.
All right, run through them one more time.
Running back Devin Neal versus the Falcons. Van Jefferson is my wide receiver versus Seattle this week. And then Colby Parkinson versus Tampa Bay.
Just because you love it so much, you want to hit this with it. We're going to get ready to do some key games after this. We're going to just be a podcast that's going to be the song for every
transition. Anytime we transition something, it's just going to be playing
I got 5 on it on here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put all the oldie, the stuff. It's like, man, we're going to have 97 segments every show just because we want to keep transitioning.
Just to keep transitioning everything through.
All right, let's hit on some key games for the week. Let's see. Let's kick it off with the 6-4 Steelers are at the 7-3 Bears. I think this is maybe a matchup with the record we didn't expect, especially on the Bears side, them being 7-3. Right now, Aaron Rodgers is slated to play. He's still listed as questionable.
And I'll say, like, if you just kind of watched the Steelers games, it's kind of shocking to know that they're 6-4 too. Like,
for sure.
They've had some games that, like, I was like, they didn't win that, but then
their defense had to right the ship because they were straight asshole at the end of the season.
Yeah, weeks 1 through 5, it was like, hey, you know what? Let's give all the other teams all the other points.
Same with Baltimore.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, in a pinch, if you're desperate in like a super flex league, I would play Aaron Rodgers. I definitely wouldn't. I play Tyler Shuck over Aaron Rodgers this week, and that's crazy to say.
It's a soft matchup. If I wasn't concerned with the wrist injury, you know, and him at his age and how much of a diva he's already is in general, I'd be afraid that if we started him, even though he wants to play, that he gets through a quarter and he gets sacked, and then all of a sudden it's like he doesn't play anymore.
Yeah,
that would be my worry. It would be like, not that he's not going to perform, but that he would leave the game, if that makes sense.
Jaylen Warren's definitely a play. I think Kenneth Gainwell's a play, and if you got as a flex player, deep flex for sure.
Yeah.
We already talked about Metcalf because he's your smash, so he's in your lineup. There's no other wide receivers I really want to fuck with, though, because they don't throw to any wide receivers.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Maybe Calvin Austin. You know, Calvin Austin's, he only had 1 target last week. Before that, he had 7, 6, and 6, but he didn't do a lot with them, is the problem.
Yep.
He was getting the volume, but he didn't do shit with it. So, you know, desperate, I guess. The real question is what fucking tight end do you play?
I'm telling you, I want to go back. I want to go back to week 1 and look at the projections for each of the 3 tight ends, and then compare every week to week to week to week to week. Because right now, 7.1, 6.4, 6.3 are there 3 projections per sleeper for 3 tight ends. There's not another team in this league that has 2 tight ends that are projected that close.
Well, here's what we're going to do. So,
let alone all 3.
Pat Freiermuth for this season has 29 targets. He's caught 23 of them. Jonnu Smith for this season has had 38 targets. 26. He's caught 26 of them. And Darnell Washington this season has had 26 targets. He's caught 18 of them.
So they're all the same player.
Yeah. So Washington scored 37.9 fantasy points for the season. Jonnu Smith has scored 42.3 fantasy points for the season. And Pat Freiermuth has scored 57.4 fantasy points for the season.
So right now, Freiermuth is leading by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But the other 2 are just right behind him.
They're right there. So
One catch touchdown behind him. And then all of a sudden it's like.
Here's what I'll say. One of these tight ends is going to have a good game. I'll throw that out there.
You know what?
Good fucking luck picking the one that's going to be.
They're playing the Bears. Bears.
I think it's going to be Darnell Washington. I think with the hype, here's what I would say. If I had to pick one, I pick Washington. The hype of that video of him stiff arming the guy into the next dimension, and then running the other 2 guys over like it was his fucking nephews at a family football game. I feel like that hype has kind of pushed it, but I don't know. And by the way, he was on a podcast. Did you see? Were you the one that sent me that clip? And
we're talking about his weight.
Yeah, and he was like, he tried to say, they were like, you're listed at 260, and he goes, that's what it says. And they're like, come on. He goes, no, I'll tell you for real. And I think he said like 310.
Yeah, it's like 310.
Yeah, homie he's a beast.
So I'm gonna call Jonnu Smith. I think Jonnu Smith's gonna be the guy that has it this week. He hasn't had a top 10 performance since week 1.
So just for the sake of the light went out again. Just we look like hey,
like them wavy arm guys that are out there in the middle of the street trying to flag people down.
It's like a natural reflex because I'll be in here by myself getting ready for the podcast or like getting ready to upload it, and it'll cut off, and I'll just be over here writing, and I'll start waving my arms. It'll come back on, so it's like a natural reflex.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so if you had to put your whole everything you own, everything, your house, all your money, your business, everything right now on the line, like you can't get out of it. It's John.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
There's no real logic, reasoning. I'm just going to go Johnny. I think it's going to be a Johnny week.
Wow. All right.
I really do.
I just bet everything I have, which is way less than what you have, but I put it on Darnell Washington.
And I'm playing like no odds or like this is probably the worst bet that it could ever be made when everything's on the line.
Most worst bet.
Yeah,
it's not even. It's like
so bad.
It's like a 33%. It's not even a 33% chance because. Well, I guess it is if we're just saying who will have the best game. But if we're saying who's going to actually have a good game, it's way less percentages.
Oh, yeah, it's like 8%. They could all have shit games. They could each have one catch per yard, and that's it. And
well, let's go to the other side. If in a half-point PPR, what do you think Caleb Williams is overall as a quarterback?
So I don't have my phone in front of me to cheat. So I'm going to say QB 14.
10. He is QB 10 on the season currently.
Okay. That's better than I was thinking. Like I know he's had some big weeks, don't get me wrong, but
in the last 3 weeks he's been the QB1, QB4, and then he was QB22 against Minnesota. But he's playing against Pittsburgh this week. So Caleb Williams is definitely somebody you're putting in the lineup. The real question is like Swift's been good. Swift, he's been a decent RB2 most of the season. He's had some RB1 weeks.
That's where he sits, man. That guy's just like he's like a
He's the just average.
Yeah, he's like a 9th, 10th round draft pick and redraft all year long. Every year, he just does what he does. That's it.
Monunga is a dart throw. The 1 week that he got the start, he was the RB3. Other than that, he's either going to be good or bad. It's hard to tell when he's around the 40% mark, 45% mark. So you play him in a flex at your own risk. Odunze, I don't know. He had a squeaky wheel game 2 games ago, but then it went right back to he had 6 targets last game. He only caught 2 of them. DJ Moore is the one that's really getting shafted right now. He's not really he's still playing 80% of the thing, but he's just not getting any. He's
only really had 1 game this season. I don't think he's got a touchdown, does he? Maybe he's got 1 touchdown.
Possibly. Yeah, if it was maybe a rushing touchdown. I don't know.
That's possible too.
He's had 1 receiving touchdown and 1 rushing touchdown.
Okay, so 2 touchdowns all season. And they were both in the same game?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, that would be funny. Yeah.
Loveland is your tight end smash of the week.
Yes.
Since they come out of the bye, he's had 3, 4, 5, 7, 4, 4 in targets. So, his percentages have gone up over since week 8 is 81, 62, and 75% of the snaps. So he's definitely out there more. Some of that had to do with Kmet being hurt.
He was injured 2 games. Yeah.
Right. So, but the last 2 weeks, Kmet's been out there and he's still getting out snapped.
Same percentage. Yeah. Same. He's getting better percentage, but not as many targets, I don't think. But
yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I mean, if I got him, I'd put him out there over a ton of other tight ends, and he's obviously your smash of the week. So, all right, next game we're gonna look at the Patriots 9-2. I mean, look, I'm going to have to dig back into the preseason archives because I feel like I low-key called this season. I did say they could be a team that if everything clicked, they could be really good. Yeah. Something to that effect. I'm
we can definitely take that with a grain of salt because the Jets were supposed to be here too. With
listen, we don't I appreciate you providing balance.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to bring it all back to average. That's all we're trying to do here.
Drake May has been a revelation this season. He's the number 2 fantasy.
We did all say he was going to be top 5 this year.
Yes.
So I mean that was a given. He was going to be it. Yeah.
The real question right now is if Ramondre plays, how is that going to work out? Because Travion had his game of the season last 2 weeks. Yeah. He has balled out. He's had
last 2 weeks.
He's had 4 touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, and he had a receiving touchdown last week. Mm-hmm. So he has shown that he can be the dude. So with but we all know the coaching staff loves Ramondre.
Yeah, and they talk about how much why, but
I guess he's a good team guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
he's not good at blocking. He can't. And
they've come out and said like the quote is, "We really like Henderson, we really like Ramondre, and we really like Jennings. We're going to get them all an opportunity." So I don't know what that means. If that's just coach talk to keep everybody spoofed, but Henderson is the juice right now. We need them to understand that.
Yes.
Diggs, yeah, you know, he's had double-digit games these last 3 weeks. He's been pretty solid since week 7. So you're throwing him out there. Booty, if he's healthy and out there, yeah, you're playing him, dude.
Yeah, he's playing this week.
Yeah, so he's hit double digits last 3 weeks that he played. Then he missed last week. So yeah, you're playing him. Mac Hollins has been interesting, but I don't know if Booty coming back. If I want to throw him out there, unless I'm desperate. And then we talked about Hunter Henry. I think he's a smash this week. Right now, they're listing Joe Burrow as playing. If Joe Burrow's playing, yeah, you're playing him.
Yep.
Chase Brown, you're playing him. T. Higgins, you're playing him. Yoshi Voss, you're playing him. And then I would pick Noah Fant over Gesicki if I had to play a tight end.
Same.
All right, let's see. Let's run up here to Minnesota Vikings 4-6 at the Packers, who are 6-3-1. JJ McCarthy has been rancid ass meat the last 2 weeks. He has not looked good for quarterback for NFL purposes or fantasy purposes. Did you know that he had? This is so stupid. He has an alternate personality when he plays. He calls himself 9. Don't look. I didn't. This isn't. Don't get mad at me. I'm not the one who came up with this. But he like meditates and transforms into 9 when he plays football.
That's so much worse than I ever thought about it, man.
It really. I'll be honest with you. It made me think so much less of him too.
I'm over here like, you know, come on, JJ, and like in my head like. And now I just decided I might drop him everywhere.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm going to nickname him.
You notice I just dropped him in the. That's who I'm playing. Shuck over JJ this week. I had JJ. I dropped JJ to pick up Tyler Shuck. So I when I heard that, dude, it doesn't like it's.
I don't even know how to register that.
It's so immature. It's to me. This is just me. It's one of two things. One, it's a mental illness.
Yeah.
2, it's just stupid immaturity where I'm trying to be so cool that I create this alternate personality. It's where I'm a badass and I'm a warlock and I cast spells on everybody.
Is it the number 9 or is it the word 9?
His number is 9. So he becomes his number. Well, it's a whole alternate person. It's so stupid. That's the
worst. But I'm going to nickname him everywhere.
Yes, I know. Now. I see that. It's so dumb. So so therefore, I'm not playing him for that. For those reasons.
That's the
he can fuck off.
I can't do that anymore. But he will be nicknamed everywhere. In my leagues where I have him, he will be nicknamed 9 now.
Aaron Jones has been pretty decent. He hasn't lit up the scoreboard, but he hasn't killed you since he's been basically starting. He's played basically the last 2 weeks. He's basically averaged 70% of the snaps. So Mason has been relegated to, if he gets a touchdown, great, and if he doesn't, you're not going to. He said 20. The last 2 weeks, Mason George has 25% and 16% of the snaps. So
yeah, he's not out there, so he's not going to get a lot of opportunity. Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, I mean, you're going to play him, but God, it's been terrible.
It's because of 9.
Yeah, apparently it is 100% because of 9. Jordan Addison, you're going to play him, but you're not going to like it.
Another one against 9.
I'm not playing Hawkinson any fucking where, and if I can help it.
That's been. been depressing for me this year.
Jordan Love, yeah, I don't know about Jordan Love. He had week against Carolina, he put up 9. Against Philadelphia, put up just under 8. And then last week he put up 17, over 17. So I don't know what he's going to do against Minnesota this week. I don't know. Jordan Love's pissed me off. So it's just kind of one of those things where I just don't want shit to do with him.
He's another one that doesn't have a lot. They've kind of had some injuries with losing Jordan Reed early and whoever the other one was, and then having to move, their defensive back that was a wide receiver back to wide receiver again. I mean, there's a lot of offensive,
and I watched
troubles.
the video. I will say there's a couple guys on TikTok that they break down film really good.
Yeah.
And one of them broke down. He's like, look, I want to tell you, Jordan Love's not the problem here. And Jordan Love made some like crisp ass throws that just were blatantly dropped.
Just dropped straight.
Yeah, because he doesn't have. These are throws that like elite talent makes, or really good talent makes, and he doesn't have that.
And
except for Watson.
That's the hard
I think
part.
Watson has the potential to be there.
He's just coming back too, though. Like, I mean,
and he's been okay since he got back. But I don't know, against Minnesota, it's tough. They're really tough against quarterbacks. So play at your own risk. Josh Jacobs, he's in if he's healthy, or if he's healthy to play. If not, I'm playing Emmanuel Wilson. Green Bay's tough. So I'm not expecting Emmanuel Wilson to go out there and put up fucking 25 fantasy points against them.
But he could.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that Green Bay would, or not Green Bay, but Minnesota would allow it, but just saying that if Emmanuel Wilson gets the start, he's going to have enough volume to where he can get. I mean, he had a good.
Nine's going to throw at least 4 picks. They're going to be in a negative game script in the second half when they're getting clapped by 2 scores. So it'll be a run. It'll be a run the ball. If I had to play a wide receiver, the only 2 I'm even remotely considering, I'm playing Watson hands down.
Yeah.
And then Dobbs will be the only ones I consider. Watson, he caught 4 passes last week for 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I was going to say 2 yards. That'd be hella.
He could goose you. He could give you a shit week, but he could also do what he did last week. Dobbs seems to be the target hog for the most part. So yeah, those are the only 2 I'm willing to play. Golden has not been worth a hot fart.
It's been bad this year.
And then I'm not touching the Musgrave at the tight end, not at all. So there's that. Let's see. Let's hit the Colts. 8-2 at the Chiefs, 5-5. Right now in the AFC, if the playoffs start today, guess what? The Chiefs don't make it.
Yay!
So let's see. Daniel Jones.
Maybe,
the Indianapolis is coming off the bye. So this is gonna be a real test for them. I'm still playing Daniel Jones. Kansas City's tough.
Yeah.
But we saw that Daniel Jones can still fuck you over. So be careful. Be wary.
Yes, definitely be hesitant, or not hesitant on playing him, but just don't temper your expectations. We'll put it that way.
I play him over 9. I don't know if I play him over Love. It's kind of a toss. I do a coin flip between him and Love.
I like Love this week, even though it's against Minnesota, but I think it's one of those where like things get worked out a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still, like I said, Christian Watson's only been back 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and they're still working that kind of stuff out. So I think it could play off. But
you're playing Jonathan Taylor. Dude is an absolute animal. Michael Pittman's the one that scares me. Just because of this matchup. He is wide receiver 11 though, so you're playing him. Alec Pierce, I'm willing to throw him out there.
He's been getting like 6-7 targets or 5-6 targets.
10, 5, 13, 7, 4 games before the bye. And he was double digits in the 10 target and 13 target and the 7 target game. So
that's
basically
I throw him out there in a pinch.
Looking at his breakdown, any game he gets over fucking 6 targets, he's scoring double-digit fantasy points thus far for this season.
So far this season,
and a half point.
And then you got to worry about what happens with Downs. I mean, it's almost like the uptick with Pierce has kind of been a downtick with Downs.
It has totally. He had 9 targets 2 weeks before they went in, and JJ McCarthy was super happy about that. He's like, "That's my number." Anyway, I'm sorry.
Is that me?
Is that me? Is he me?
Is he me?
You're playing Warren. Dude has been the best rookie tight end. He is currently the number 3 tight end on the season. So enough said there. Yeah, you're playing Pat Mahomes against the Colts. The Colts are they're a plus matchup because they generally score so much they force you to keep scoring too.
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt, you're throwing him out there. I'm not touching any of the running backs. Rashee Rice, absolutely, but Xavier Worthy, man, I don't want he's getting the work. He said 7, 7, and 5 in his last 3 games targets, but he hasn't done jack shit with it. He's got the snap percentages, he's got the target share in the last 3 weeks, and he's still ass.
I feel like Hollywood's in close proximity. He's like 4 and 5 for the game and not doing anything with it. Like
he's had 4 targets in each of the last 2 games, and he's actually points wise he's done better than Worthy.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, Worthy in a half point PPR has broke 5 points in the last 2 games.
Okay.
Hollywood in the last 2 games has scored 8 and 6. So
yeah. I mean, it's definitely probably an upside play to play Hollywood, but it's
I mean, but it's basically if you're playing either one of them, go get Yoshivas.
Yeah, go grab somebody else off waivers in a flex spot or something. Yeah,
take a wild guess. Where do you think Travis Kelce is overall tight end in a half point PPR for the season?
14.
He is the number 2 tight end currently.
No
in fantasy.
shit, really?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
That shit's
he's over Warren, who's 3.
That's insane.
Yeah.
How has that happened? He's only got like 4 touchdowns all year, right?
He's got 4 touchdowns, but he's had 50 receptions for 631 yards.
That's insane numbers. I don't think that's true. That's inflated.
So, well, I knew he was doing good because I've had him.
Yeah, I don't have him anywhere, so it's more
I have him in way too many places.
Yeah.
So, in a couple places where it's kind of like my last hurrah.
Yeah. No, I get that. Like, and not having him makes you blind to, because if it's not big plays, then I don't hear about it. So, like these games where he'll go 4 for 60. And it's like a 10-yard, a 12-yard. I see the 22-yard, but I don't see the rest of it, so I don't really know. But yeah, no, that's crazy. I didn't realize he was tight end 2 on the season.
We're going to hit one more game before we hit the primetime games.
Primetime, yeah.
All right, Philadelphia 8-2 at the Cowboys 4-5-1. Jalen Hurts. I mean, you're putting him out there as Dallas. You're playing Hurts. You're playing Barkley. You're playing Devonta Smith. You're playing AJ Brown. You're playing Dallas Goedert. The problem is not all these guys are going to be.
Yeah,
you're not going to be happy.
Well, I mean, I will say it is Dallas, so maybe if Dallas's offense clicks again, which we've kind of seen like a hesitant back. If Dallas can work their offense out again,
yes,
it could be everybody viable this week. I mean, Dallas has
this potential straight up shootout. It's going to depend on Dallas and what they can do against that Philly defense.
Exactly.
Dallas is at home, which is good.
Yep.
You're playing Dak. You're playing Javonte Williams. You're playing Lamb. You're playing Pickens.
Yep.
You're playing Ferguson. I will say though, since CeeDee Lamb's come back, Ferguson has deflated.
He's taking a step back.
Yeah, he scored 0, 5.5, and 9.6 in his last 3 games. He had 7 targets and 5 targets in the last 2 games, and he did get a touchdown while he got 9.6 against Vegas. But he is not the tight end 1 that he was there when CeeDee Lamb was out. So,
and that's that multiple target share where you got CD, you got Pickens, and this game could prove that, where if the Eagles can score. Because that's another offense you got to hope clicks, even though it is a soft defense.
Yeah.
We've seen them kind of dwindle a little bit against soft defenses. Had the offenses they played against put up more, they would have had to put up more. But this could be a shootout game, too, as well.
Oh,
defense
absolutely.
can work things out. So,
Dallas,
excuse me.
A good rule of thumb when it comes to tight ends, if they're not the number 1 or number 2 receiver for their offense, then it's always going to be a crapshoot. I don't care how fucking good they are. And so there very few offenses can consistently support 3 targets in the passing game.
Yeah.
And so, take that for what it's worth. But all right, let's roll into the primetime game. The first one we're going to talk about real quick is Tampa Bay. They are 6-4 at the Rams, 8-2. I mean, you're playing all the studs in this. You're playing Baker, you're playing Stafford, you're playing I'm playing Sean Tucker. I think Sean Tucker has taken the job from Rashad White until Bucky gets back. In the last 2 weeks, last week he put up 33 fantasy points. He only played 44% of the snaps, but I mean he dominated. Rashad White still played a majority of the snaps, but he ain't done shit. He ain't scored more than 8 points in a half-point PPR since week 6. So. You're playing Egbuka. I talked to you about the wide receivers. I mean, if you're desperate and Godwin's out there, sure. If you're looking for an upside play Tez. But Egbuka's the only one I feel comfortable playing. Are you playing Cade Otton in this? Cade Otton 2 weeks ago against New England, who was soft against tight ends, he scored up 12.7.
Yeah.
Against Buffalo, he put up 3.8. So it's against the Rams. The Rams are kind of mid against tight ends. So I don't know.
I mean, that's another one. I feel like Cade Otton's been slightly disappointing this year for anybody who's drafted him, had to play him overall. Like
he's tight end 26.
Yeah, he's
where you thought Kelsey was.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's had these really, really bad weeks, and because I've got Otton, I haven't played him. Thank goodness. I've had other options, but I mean,
I played him a lot.
The only time that I've been able to play him, or that I've played him.
No, sorry.
Oh yeah, they don't get that for that. But the only times I have played him were his bad weeks. So I mean, that'll tell you where I'm at with him. Like I know his talent, I know the availability, but it isn't coming. I'm not playing him anywhere. I'm playing. I got Hunter Henry in him, of course. He's your smash. I got him in over this week, and I put Freiermuth in for him over this week. So.
You're playing Stafford, you're playing Kyron. Blake Corum has been averaging over 10 carries a game the last 4 weeks. So take that for what it's worth. If you're looking for some desperation play, maybe you get him. You're playing Puka, you're playing Devontae Adams. You're not touching any other wide receivers. You did bring up Parkinson as a play for the bottoms. He is currently listed as their top tight end. I will say in the last 2 weeks, he scored 12 and 8 fantasy points. He had 5 targets, and then he had 2 targets, but he's had a touchdown in each of the last 2 weeks. And like we talked about, Higbee is on the IR, so it should open some stuff up for him in that respect. And, I think I skipped over. That's the Monday night game. The Monday night game. Oh, it's because I'm a Panther fan. It puts it at the front.
It at the top. That's where every time I look for Bills games, I got to look at the top of everything. So,
all right, the Monday night games: the Carolina Panthers 6-5, surprisingly, at the 49ers 7-4. I talked about Bryce earlier. Yeah. I'm hesitant to play him, but last season, if you go look at the stats, once he got rolling with the offense, that he had a run. Just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, he went 16, 23, 12, 11, 27, 16, and then 36 at the end of the season. So when I say rolling, I guess it wasn't as good as I remembered, but it was okay.
Yeah.
So he has the potential. You're playing Rico. Rico is a fucking beast. Enough said there. Ted McMillan, this dude is going to be legit. I hated when they took him. I love that they took him.
Yeah.
He's just been a revelation for the Panthers at wide receiver. We finally have somebody I feel like we can depend on a wide receiver. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not playing anybody else in the pass catching. I'm willing to play Bryce in a pinch. I'm definitely playing Dowdle. I'm definitely playing Tet. Somebody else will be good. Xavier Legette, he scored 16 last week, but before that, he didn't do shit for until week 7,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's been quiet for him.
Yeah. But on the other side of the ball, you're playing Brock, you're playing McCaffrey, you're playing Juwan Jennings. How'd that trade go? Did it go through?
I hadn't heard nothing.
Waiting.
Yeah. Yep.
Pearsall, you hope that this week he gets back in the mix. He played 75% of the snaps, had 2 targets last week, caught 1, lost yards, had 0.5. So
it's tough. Yes, it's a tough spot.
And you're playing Kittle and Bitts. He's had 2 great weeks as the tight end 2 each of those weeks. So he's definitely going out there. And you're against Carolina, who is soft against tight ends. They are the second worst team for tight ends behind Cincinnati.
Oh, that's good news.
So it's a smash on Kittle.
I got lots of Kittle.
I have Kittle against you, so that's gonna wipe out the Myles Garrett.
Or it might wipe out the McBride, since McBride's playing against the first team again, or the worst.
The Cincinnati is the easiest.
Oh, who are the Cardinals playing? It was like
they're not playing Cincinnati. I mean, they're probably.
It was like a super, they put the numbers beside it that are green and red.
Yeah,
There's a green number beside him.
Oh yeah. They're probably playing against somebody.
It's like one of those where I was like, okay, he's got Kittle, but my McBride's playing Jacksonville. So
okay, yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's end that. We'll run over here. I'm not going to do a sounder for it. We're just going to go straight into DFS. So we just finished week 11. I'm up now. I got 6, and you're at 5.
5. Yep.
So because of that, I'll go ahead and kick off my lineup. I'm just going to run through it. To kick off, I got Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. And then I went with running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs and Travion Henderson. I need Travion Henderson to dominate that game as he has done the last 2 weeks. And then with wide receivers, I stacked Brissett with Michael Wilson. Last week he caught 185 yards. Hell, I don't need that much this week, Mike. Just get me like $120. We'll be good. And then I went with JSN and Cedric Tillman. I had to save some money. But Cedric Tillman seems to be targeted fairly decent. I need Shadur to get him the ball. And then I went with Hunter Henry, who I've talked up and is playing against the best matchup at tight end. And then I said, you know what? You want to smash him? I'll fucking smash him. DK Metcalf is my flex. And then I closed out with the Browns. I usually don't spend up for defense, but I had money left over, and I went ahead and just went ahead and just grabbed the Browns because they're playing Vegas at 2,900. So there it is. Brissett, Gibbs, Henderson, JSN, Cedric Tillman, Michael Wilson, Hunter Henry, DK Metcalf, and the Browns defense, and I still got $100 left over.
All right, I'm gonna have to run through this quick because my phone is already in dark mode.
Oh shit, my bad. I should let you go. Hit it.
No, you're good. Jordan Love is my QB. I spent down a little bit so I can spend elsewhere. I got Jahmyr Gibbs in my lineup, similar to you. Alvin Kamara, I'm smashing him. I'm standing behind it. My money is going where my mouth is, all that good stuff. And, of course, DK Metcalf, another smash. I talked about it, Beggar's Bottoms, Van Jefferson in my lineup, super cheap play, $3,600. And go a little cheaper. I went John Mechie at $3,300.
I almost grabbed him.
So that I could spend some real money with these last ones. I got Trey McBride in my tight end spot playing against Jacksonville, and I got JSN in my flex spot.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so we matched on JSN, we matched on Jahmyr Gibbs, and we matched on DK Metcalf.
Damn.
We got 3 matches up. And then I went with the Indianapolis Colts at $2,400. They're playing against Kansas City, but they're still an okay defense, and I think they might get a strip fumble, kind of shut some things down, especially if they don't have I don't know. They're going to get some points.
All right.
I think they're going to hold it up. So,
all right. Well, there it is.
That's my lineup.
Well, as I say, if there's anything we say or do that helps you get to that average place in your league or helps you break even in DFS, that means we did our job. Because when you finish average, Matt,
you don't finish last.
So I hope you guys have a good fantasy week out there, and we'll talk to you on the flip side.
Later.
Holla.